Welcome back to the Brentford save. We are cracking on with the Premier League today, and it's December here in this first season. We're having a really good first season, unexpected after the way the first few games of the year went. We had remarkable results yesterday. I don't think we'll be able to replicate that moving forward, at least certainly not for a little while. We've Everton at home, Leicester away, and Liverpool at home. So we could build on what happened yesterday, but whether we will or not, I'm not thinking we will. Tomorrow will be West Ham, Palace and Leeds. So we'll be heading into the January transfer window very soon. I've 18, almost 19 million pounds available to me. A number of these players that you saw in yesterday's episode are still available. And certainly I'd be looking to sign some of them. If there's anybody you think I should be selling, then do let me know. Currently I've only Julien Janvier transfer listed. All of the other youngsters are currently loan listed, and hopefully they'll go out. Some of them we've already agreed loans for, and that'll happen when we reach January. Obviously, the first transfer window we disabled. Sondergaard hopefully will be able to get a loan deal for. Elliot Weaver also, and Paris Magoma too. And Janvier I'm wanting to sell to potentially bring in, or genuinely bring in, a new centre-back. Squad centre-back, though, not starting, as Pontus Jansson and Christopher Rea have been pretty decent so far. But Janvier at 71, he's not going to get any better, and he's not going to come anywhere near my starting lineup. So it's the right thing to do. It's the winger role. I think I'm certain I'm going to sell Fosu. I think I've just decided in this exact moment I'm going to sell Fosu. He supposedly has that special something, but 72 rated at 25. There are better players that are younger and have better potentials, or at least you'd like to think they have better potentials. They're expected to have better potential. Damsgaard, basically. I want Damsgaard. Right, Everton first, but as you can see, my side is a little bit tired, so I am going to rotate quite a bit. Put Janelt in, who's able to actually get a little bit of a boost in a central midfield position. Onyeka is -1 and Nørgaard is -2. Or +2 even. -2. Yeah, let's do it that way round. Onyeka, absolutely killing it so far. And I'm going to put Fosu in, actually, for Canos, who's quite tired. But that might be it. That might be it. That's all we'll do for now. Moving forward, hopefully we can get a decent result against Everton. We're at home, so we could get a decent result against Everton. Leicester away is going to be really tough. And Liverpool at home, on paper, is practically impossible. But we thought that against Chelsea and City, and we did bits. So let's see if we can do some bits today as well. Everton have Jordan Pickford still in goal for them. Seamus Coleman, Mason Holgate, Ben Godfrey and Michael Keane at left back. Delph and Doucouré in the middle. New signing Andros Townsend on the right-hand side of their front three. And, of course, DCL up top through the middle. Begovic on the bench, new signing. And Kunku probably could play at left back, and they perhaps should have put him there. Michael Keane is not a capable left back as far as I'm aware. If anything, surely Ben Godfrey should be the one of the two to go out wide, but we'll perhaps try and isolate him. Seamus Coleman, whilst a few years ago was one of the best right-backs in the Premier League, he's getting on a little bit now, and I don't think he's going to be as good as I think Everton hope that he could be for this game. Their wing-backs are my targets for some defensive frailties, but they're obviously hoping to create some frailty of my own at the back. But I tell you what, we're going to get stuck in here, and a home game against Everton is one that I'd love to take a point from. Here's Michael Keane trying to prove me wrong from left back. Anthony Gordon in front of him. It's a weak left side, I have to be honest, for Everton. It is a weak left side. Delph in the midfield for them as well. They can do better. They can do better. Andros, it's a brilliant ball into Gylfi Sigurdsson, who buries it. Everton lead by a goal to 0. And the Icelandic international is the one that's given them that lead. We are behind early doors. Anthony Gordon down the left-hand side here for them. Michael Keane finds Gordon. Somehow Ayer has come away with that. Nørgaard, here we go. Here we go. Onyeka runs straight into Mason Holgate. Doucouré quickly to DCL. Gylfi, Andros Townsend. 1 assist to his name already. Doucouré, they've ridden the challenge there. Oh, over to Fabian Delph. That's an excellent goal. That's a beautiful goal. Oh, fair play. From one central midfielder to the other. It falls free to Doucouré, but look at the space for Delph. He's not going to miss that. He's not going to miss that. 2-0. Gilfie's kicked that straight against me. I can't get to it. I need a strong start to this second half if we can get it. And we might get it. Janelt looking for Ivan Toney. I needed him to kind of let that run and race onto it. Fosu's just drifted offside. Here's Janelt. Space on the far side. Oh, and Burmo's tucked in. Oh, and Burmo, you just don't do what I need you to when I need you to do it. It's not my sort of winger, I don't think. I'm starting to fall out of love with Burmo. Not that I was ever besotted with him in the first place. Abdoulaye Doucouré in behind. We'll keep that in. Tries to whip. Janssen blocks. Needs support. There it is. And Nkunku is on at left back for them now. Thought that was a change they might make. Perhaps, oh, through the legs of the defender. Thought perhaps they should have made that move from the start with Nkunku at left back, but they've made that change 45 minutes in. They very nearly had a third there. Fabian Delph going off now as well. Gylfi Sigurdsson will deliver this into the middle. On for Delph is Andre Gomez. Very decent central midfielder indeed. Gordon into Abdoulaye Doucouré. Out wide to Andros Townsend, who's offside, thankfully. I've half an hour to try and turn this around, but Everton still look like the best team here. It's going to be a corner. I'll look for Ivan Toney at the near post. Win that header, please, Ivan. He's done brilliantly to win it, but he hasn't aimed it very well. We'll stay 2-0 down. If we pull one back there, then I'm confident of being able to get a point. That going over the bar, that's probably game over for us now, to be honest, regardless of anything I could potentially do from the bench. Pretty sure we're going to lose now. Townsend, 5 minutes to go, and they might be finding themselves a third here, more so than us potentially finding one back. Mustafa comes across to try and deal with it, but Coleman has been better than I hoped he would be at fullback. Andros Townsend going for it. We get the tackle in. Andre Gomez getting stuck in too, but time's going to tick away from us here, and we will lose this game. Tackled there. Andre Gomez knocks Christopher Ayer off the ball, but that's game. That's game. GG. Well played, Everton. Congratulations. Rico, please, the football. The first side we managed this year, and they're going to be the first side to beat us in today's episode, and actually the first side to beat us for a little while. We've gone on a little bit of an unbeaten run of late, but that unbeaten run is now over, and that was very one-sided, weighted in their favour, as you can see. I just couldn't do anything against Everton, unfortunately. Leicester away, lying in wait. Oof. The King Power is not a fun place to go. Sondergaard loan offer. Yes, that's what we want. A short-term loan from January. Thank you very much, Ferenczi. Off he goes out on loan. That will be great for him. Keep playing well, please, Vitali, but couldn't quite do the business on that occasion. We're down to 10th. 10th is still worldy for a newly promoted side. We've got a week to go till Leicester, and I shall see you at the King Power Stadium. The difficult trip to the Midlands. Kasper Schmeichel in goal for them. 5 at the back. Castagna, Fofana, Johnny Evans, Soyuncu and James Justin. And a narrow 2-1-2. And Ndidi and Tielemans, James Maddison, Jamie Vardy and Kelechi up top alongside one another. Patson Daka only on the bench for Leicester City. But to have that sort of electric pace to be able to bring on at the end of a game, scary to say the least. Jamie Vardy has 7 in 17 so far this season for Leicester. So, as ever, when you play against the Foxes, he's going to be someone they have to keep a keen eye on. But they're going to have to keep a keen eye on our own Ivan Toney. And a gorgeous little dink gives us a very early 1-0 lead here in the 4th minute. Breaks beyond their defensive line. They can't go with his pace in behind. Lovely ball by De Silva. Great movement by Toney. And, well, Johnny Evans just got caught ball watching. Didn't read the run in behind, nor did anyone really give him a shout or cover, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get away with that. I did, and we lead early doors. Let's go. The Leicester response. How good's it going to be? Over the top to James Justin, and Burmo in the way. James Justin defending high up the pitch and wins it back though. Ruslev trying to deal with the marauding fullback, but easier said than done. Jamie Vardy has gone back to James Justin there. I didn't expect that. And that might actually be in the wrong move. We might be able to steal it off them here and get it back again. We have done. Ruslev to Mbermo. Right, off we go. If they're going to commit their wing-backs high, then we're going to try and take advantage of that. Oh, Jensen was in. Oh, we still are in. And Johnny Evans is no slouch in a straight line, but he's certainly not rapid. We've been lucky, but we'll take it. Ivan Toney at the double. Brentford 2, Leicester 0. Yuri Tino Theo Walcott scoring for Southampton against Arsenal. You love to see it. Kelechi. Don't love to see him on the ball. What a vein of goal scoring form he was in last season, by the way. Couldn't stop scoring. Couldn't help himself. Keep him off the left and the right. Hopefully we'll let him down, and it has done. That's Leicester's first chance. They've not been able to take it. 20 minutes in only still here against Leicester. So plenty of time for more to happen. And undoubtedly it will do. Ndidi into Maddison. And back to Kelechi. No, he's on that left. Big, important toe to that. Josh De Silva will spread it. And Kenan Burmo catch Soyuncu on his heels here. Looking for Ivan Toney, who's on a hat-trick. He's bumped off it by Fofana, who's done brilliantly there. Wishing him a speedy recovery from the injury he picked up in the game against Villarreal the other day in a pre-season friendly. Disgusting challenge from the Villarreal defender. Absolutely snapped Fofana's leg, which is horrific to see. But in a pre-season friendly as well, it was absolutely baffling why someone's trying to put a challenge like that in a pre-season friendly. You can understand perhaps in a competitive game things get a bit heated and people get carried away, but in a pre-season game to go in with a challenge like that, scissor snapper, and he's absolutely destroyed Fofana's season before it's even begun in pre-season by breaking his bloody leg. Just awful challenge. Genuinely wishing him as quick a recovery as possible. Hopefully though, his team here won't have a recovery from what they find themselves in at the minute, which is a 2-0 deficit at home against the newly promoted side. Take that, Leicester City. Onyeka forward to Jensen. Ivan Toney's running the challenge. What a challenge from Soyuncu. Toney was in the channel and looking to get in behind to score a first half hat-trick here. His goals have been so integral to everything we've done this season. Can I get to that? I can't. Castagna with a quick 360 spin just to make sure he's got possession. Vardy to Kelechi. Janssen will take over. Oh, he's done me. He's absolutely done me. Oh, but then he's kicked it straight against Ayer, whose clearance is woeful. Oh, but thankfully we live to see half-time and our clean sheet stays intact. A solid first half here against Leicester. And I needed that after the way that the Everton game went. We're playing well, we're performing well, and so far, despite all of their possession, we've got ourselves a solid lead. Justin. Oh, he's done me. Well and truly. Kelechi's got support from the middle from James Maddison and Vardy. And Kelechi again. What a goal. Unbelievable goal from Leicester City. And as Derek Ray says, they still believe they can get something from this. All starts with James Justin destroying the defender. Maddison to Vardy to Kelechi again. And hell of a strike, similar to we saw Josh Maddison score yesterday against Chelsea. Clean as you like, that hit on the left foot. Flying into the back of the net. Don't count them out. A goal for Southampton, and they've equalised against Arsenal. Again, Perot is a brand new signing there at Southampton. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones I made in the update to the database. Maddison's gotten away from me. But we've won it back. Pontus Jansson does brilliantly. Just strong and physical, the pairing of Jansson and Christopher Ayer. And so far in the Premier League, it's not necessarily enough to challenge at the very top, but it's certainly been enough so far to keep us picking up points. And I could have sworn De Silva had buried that. So close at the back post. Just slid off his forehead and narrowly wide. Carabao Cup quarter-final for Leicester coming up soon. They're going to want to be in good form for that. That's a lovely ball over. There's that power and strength and determination from my centre-back pairing once again. Ivan Toney's not going to get to that. But I couldn't quite keep it in with Mbermo. Let's make a change or two, shall we? Let's try and ensure that we hold on to this. Janelt can come on. I'm actually going to bring Devasholu on the right-hand side as well. See if we can get a little bit of performance from him. He's had a bit part to play so far, but there's still the opportunity to work his way into the squad, despite the fact we're looking for other wingers. Still very young, Devasholu, so certainly if I can send him out on loan, then that would be the best option, I think, for him to try and get some growth. I'm pretty sure he's only 20 years of age, so certainly we hope that he could grow quite well. Whether that's going to actually come to fruition or not, I don't know. But Janelt will pick up this loose ball here. And look at Ivan Toney away. Defenders well out of position. Ivan Toney on a hat-trick. Soyuncu's going to commit. And are we going to turn inside? And Ivan Toney will score a hat-trick. 3 of the best. He's made them pay. Brentford 3, Leicester 1. He'll take the match ball. We'll take the points. Soyuncu into Bertrand. Dervishello trying to close him down. Ryan Bertrand, new signing at Leicester from Southampton. Extremely good left back. Very reliable. And they elected against starting with him today. And maybe they're regretting that. Because I say we, Ivan Toney has had a field day. It's been all about one man in this one, hasn't it? We'll get the win. I'll tell you what, Rico Henry has been a rock for us at left back. He's been ever reliable. And we're picking up some really good results of late. Obviously, the defeat against Everton stings. But that sting has been eased by a solid performance at the King Power. And we win by 3-1 against Leicester. And he will take the match ball and we will take the points. Very, very pleased with that. Thank you very much indeed. We'll head back now to the third and final game of the day, which is against the other half of Merseyside. We've lost to Everton, so we'll probably now beat Liverpool by like 4-0 because that's what happens when you play the big teams in career mode for some reason. Sondergaard will go out on loan to Firenze, so he's going to get some first team football hopefully for the remainder of this season. I'm going to train my way to the next game, and I'll see you back at the Brentford Community Stadium for the visit to Liverpool. Had a transfer bid for Tariq Fosu of £3 million from Nunez. He's valued at 2.5. So 41 grand a week, which is a lot for someone that's valued so little and doesn't get much play time at all. I'll try and get up to 4, but I don't know whether they'll stretch that far. It's quite a big jump percentage-wise. I'm going to stick around at 3.05. I'll significantly come down to show a sign of willingness to negotiate, which they will do. They've respected that. Thank you, Nunez. Appreciate that very much indeed. Fosu looks like he's on his way out. Does that mean Damsgaard is on his way in? Maybe. Liverpool next. How do Liverpool look? Alisson between the sticks. Trent, Joe Gomez, Van Dijk and Andy Robertson. Thiago, Fabinho and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Salah, Firmino, Mane. Well, that doesn't look very different, does it? They've got Konate on the bench. Other than that, everyone else is a Liverpool player you would expect to see. Konate, you'd have thought, would challenge Joe Gomez for a space alongside Virgil, but you can understand why Joe Gomez is getting the start. More familiar with the squad. More familiar with the league. And especially on FIFA 21, damn good bloody defender. So we'll wait and see how well they play. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the midfield is kind of the sort of midfield dynamo that I'd like to have as an option off the bench. Or he's that sort of player. Obviously, I can't afford someone of his abilities, his capability, his calibre, his price. But that's what I'm looking for to bring off the bench. Or even to start and then have Jensen come off the bench. Roslev still being very, very good at right back. Norwich take the lead against Burnley. It's a big game for Norwich, that, just as Burnley was a big game for us. Jensen, he's onside here, Tony. Oh, stay on your feet, and it's a simple 1-0. Oh, it's frustrating. We could have done to Liverpool what we did to Leicester right at the very beginning, but we haven't been able to turn it home. Jensen into Onyeka, needs the strength, shows it. Liverpool's press nearly working there. Jensen's in behind, and Virgil trying to chase me down, and Burmo trying to stay away from Fabinho too. Oxlade-Chamberlain to Thiago as Liverpool look to build from deep in the midfield. Bobby's having to drop deep to get involved in the play. That struck an arm, unfortunately. Otherwise, we could have tried to get in behind and look for an opening goal. Oh, what Joe Gomez is doing there is absolutely beyond me. And they might regret that. Jensen, could have made them regret it if I could have found Josh De Silva there. Thiago Alcantara with a beautiful ball out to Sadio Mane. That just hit Roslev, but he's in the way. Cavani's equalised for Manchester United at Old Trafford against West Ham. Sadio Mane, I thought he was going to try and duck inside. He ended up going straight for goal. Oh, and Virgil's gotten there ahead of Tony as well, and there was a man free the other way. Christophe Ayer, Mane, having to rely on David Raya here quite strongly. Oh, that was a terrible clearance. Ruoslev, that was a terrible clearance. Come on, lads, I need you to be better. Oh, I stepped in on Mane, couldn't get there. Oxlade-Chamberlain's got the option out wide. He could go for goal himself. Bobby Firmino, just trying to force him wide. Not necessarily actually trying to win the ball with that slide. Just get him away from goal and block any angle for a shot. Raya will pump clear and we'll try and flick that on, which we've done really well. And Ruoslev could keep this in and we could be on for a count. I mean, I thought he kept that in. Half an hour played here. Clearly Liverpool are the aggressors and look the more likely of scoring, but to this point they haven't. Long may that continue. Mane brings that down. Jordan Henderson's on for Oxlade-Chamberlain at half-time here for Liverpool. Going for a bit less pace, but a bit more composure on the ball. And Salah is one of the most composed on the ball you could wish to find. That left foot isn't too bad either. Into the back of the net. Liverpool strike early doors in the second half. Just tucked inside off Rico Henry and got the ball towards goal before I could close him down. Decent finish. Liverpool lead. Here's Andy Robertson. Lovely take. Jensen tucking in at right back, or right wing back almost. Dropping from a defensive midfield role. Jensen being pulled from centre back, and Trent could do some damage here on the right hand side if Rico Henry doesn't deal with it. Thiago, well done Pontus. That's what you want from your captain. A little bit of defensive solidity to try and set up some potential equaliser, but the passing's got to be better going the other way, and it just hasn't been so in this fixture so far. Alisson barely threatened, and as such, the result for Liverpool has been barely threatened, provided they were able to get that one. We haven't looked like scoring anything to threaten an equaliser or more. Oh, it's a lovely block. Just trying to find Mbermo down the line. Ruoslev inside. Go on, Toby. Go on, Ivan. 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 Early shot. Oh! It's past the post as Alisson stood and stared. They're looking again out wide to Mane. It's been a regular ball for them. You can see Onyeka's been switched to right back now as we've made midfield changes. The equaliser is unlikely at this stage, but I won't give up on it. Not until the final whistle sounds. De Silva to Ivan Toney. Onyeka can get forward and will have the pace to deal some damage. Now, can he find a cross to deal some damage? That's not bad. Toney's up. It's towards goal, but it kind of had to come off the Liverpool player to then find Ivan Toney's head. Took all the sting out of it. But that's promising. If we can do that once more, but have a better connection on the ball. Rico Henry deals with that. Not writing Rico Henry off like that. Thank you, Mohamed. That's a foul, ref, please. Is the tide turning? Are we going to have the opportunity? Diogo Jota on, presumably for Mane, rather than Mo Salah, their goal scorer. And Mbermo. De Silva saying, pass it backwards. I'm going forwards, pal. We need to go forwards. Jensen. Look at Josh De Silva at the back post. That's where the space was. But I couldn't get it to him. Now we're backtracking. Henderson with a backwards pass. Divock Origi has come on for Bobby Firmino to try and, I don't know, hold the ball up and waste some more time. Which he's doing nicely here. Henderson. He's got Salah making moves. He's got the fresh legs. Diogo Jota out wide. Fabinho through the middle to those fresh legs of Divock Origi. Oh, fancy pass to Salah. Don't even think. Why is Mo not shot? What's he doing? It's a similar position to where he scored his goal. If he shoots there, that's 2-0 and game over. As it happens, there's not enough time left for us to punish him for being quite so cheeky. But Mo Salah taking the piss out of us there, and I don't appreciate that. Thank you very much, Mo. I thought you were better than that. I thought you had a bit more integrity, a bit more professionalism. That was unfair to do that to us there, and I don't like that. His goal separates the two sides in a very narrow encounter. But we've had some really good results of late. Some really good results. It's 2 defeats from 3 today, but 2 from 4, win-wise in the month of December, and undefeated in 4 previous as well, so only 2 defeats from the last 8 games. It's not bad, you know. It's really not bad. Was it West Ham, Leeds and Crystal Palace as the 3 tomorrow, we find ourselves in 9th position in the top half of the Premier League. Well, again, still only 3 points. Only 3 points from 13th. And then only a further 3 back from there to Newcastle. The relegation zone is quite a way away, though. I think we're probably safe. But stranger things have happened, and you can't write anything out in career mode. Can't write anything out in FM either. The 2 best football management games. Right, for now, that'll do us for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you're enjoying the whole series as a whole. Drop the video a like, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you tomorrow.